my channel, and if you're new here, then hey, thank you for clicking on this video. I wanted to film a video for you guys on my summer reading list, so kind of like a little book haul of all the books that I'm going to be reading this summer. I am a huge book fan. I love reading, but it is definitely something that I stopped doing as I got older, just because I didn't really have a lot of time to read a book between work and social life and all that stuff. But now that I am not super into going out, I find myself at home a lot more, so I picked up reading again and I instantly fell in love again with reading. So here are my 5 books that I'm going to be reading this summer. It's 4 or 5, I don't remember, but 4 or 5 books that I'll be reading this summer. So I used to buy books all the time because I love books. I love collecting books, but now that I've adapted a more minimalistic lifestyle and I don't know, I just don't want the clutter of the books. So I think if I buy a book again, it's going to be one that I really, really love, like almost like a collector's item. So 2 of my most favorite books of all time is like Water for Chocolate and Their Eyes Were Watching God. I love those books, so I do own those in a physical form. But I was finding that a lot of my other books that were just whatever are just locked up in my garage in a box. So I decided that for me personally, the best thing to do is just download the books on my phone. And I find that it's a lot easier to read the books and you get through them a lot more quickly than on paper. I don't know why, but I do agree that there is nothing like having a physical book in your hand. So the first book on my summer reading list is The Couple Next Door by Shari LaPena. I think I said that right. I actually just finished reading this book 2 nights ago, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm not really a fan of books that are not in the character's point of view, but this book was amazing. I am a huge like thriller, mystery, murder book. Like those are my favorite, hands down. I could read those forever, my guilty pleasures. This book was great. I'm going to read you the overview of it real quick, just so you kind of get an idea of what it is about. So Anne and Marco Conti seem to have it all. A loving relationship, a wonderful home, and their beautiful baby Cora. But one night, when they are at a dinner party next door, a terrible crime is committed. Suspicion immediately focuses on the parents, but the truth is a much more complicated story. Inside the curtained house, an unsettling amount of what actually happened unfolds. Detective Rasbach knows that the panicked couple is hiding something. Both Anne and Marco soon discover that the other is keeping secrets they've kept for years. Oh, it was so good. Like, seriously, read this book. It is amazing. It's kind of almost like, I want to say, The Girl on the Train, or what was that huge book like a couple years ago that I loved? The one that they made a movie. I don't remember the name of it. I like visualizing the cover of the book in my head, but I just cannot think of the name of it. Anyways, great book. Definitely recommend reading that. So the next book that I'm actually gonna start reading is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I believe I said that right. And that is just kind of like a poetry book, and I am really excited to read that because I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've seen the little poems all over Instagram and Pinterest, so I'm really excited to pick that up. And I think that that's definitely going to be a book that's going to inspire me just as a woman. So I think that if you're looking for some inspiration or some motivation just as a woman, you should definitely check out Milk and Honey. I'm going to read a little overview of the book right now. Milk and Honey is a collection of poetry and prose about survival, about the experience of violence, abuse, love, loss, and femininity. Femininity. Why can't I say that word? The book is divided into 4 chapters, and each chapter serves a different purpose. Deals with a different pain, heals a different heartache. Milk and Honey takes readers through a journey of the most bitter moments in life and find sweetness in them, because there is sweetness everywhere if you're just willing to look. So that's a little thing about Milk and Honey. I'm really excited to read that. So next on the reading list is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. God, I think I butchered that. The Alchemist is a classic book that I'm pretty sure most people have read in their life. I personally have not ever read that book. I don't know why, because that book is just like everything I believe in, everything that I would want to experience in my life is in that book. I actually had a coworker that would always tell me to read that book, and he's like, every time I read that book, something magical happens to me, Danita. Like, this book is for you. And I've never read it, and I don't know why, but this summer I'm gonna read it. I hope that it inspires me, that it motivates me. That's kind of like what I'm looking, but I'm really excited for the story that it tells. A little overview on that book is the inspiring spiritual tale of self-discovery that has touched millions of lives around the world, combining magic, mysticism, wisdom, and wonder. The Alchemist has become a modern classic, selling millions of copies around the world and transforming the lives of countless readers across generations. That's what I'm looking for. Paulo Coelho's masterpiece tells the mystical story of Santiago, an Andalusian shepherd boy who yearns to travel in search of the worldly treasures. His quest will lead him to riches far different and far more satisfying than he ever imagined. Santiago's journey teaches us about the essential wisdom of listening to our hearts, of recognizing opportunity, and learning to read the omens strewn along life's path, and most importantly, to follow our dreams. Super inspiring. I'm almost 100% sure that this book is magical, so let's see how that goes. And if you've ever read that book, let me know down below. Let me know what you thought about it. Did it do magical things for you? This was weird. Spirit fingers. Spirit fingers do not equal magic. So, moving on to the next book. It's called The Universe Has Your Back. This is a self-help book. I am a self-help book junkie. Judge me if you want. I don't care. Everyone can use a little self-help in their life. This book is basically about how the universe has your back. Let me read the overview. In her latest book, The Universe Has Your Back, New York Times bestselling author Gabrielle Bernstein teaches readers how to transform their fear into faith in order to live a divinely guided life. Each story and lesson in the book guides readers to release the blocks to what they most long for: happiness, security, and clear direction. The lessons help readers relinquish the need to control so they can relax into a sense of certainty and freedom. Readers will learn to stop chasing life and truly live. What more would you want? This book is going to help me to learn how to stop chasing life and truly live. Let's see what I get out of that. But self-help books are good. Don't judge people that read self-help books, because I know there's a lot of people out there that go to Barnes & Noble. They see people go in the self-help section and they're like, this bitch is crazy. We know you're crazy. That book is not going to help you. Books help people, so don't judge those people, okay? Last book on my list is another mystery, thriller, murder, all things that I love. It's called The Woman in Cabin 10. Maybe you heard of it, maybe you haven't. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Let me read the overview. It's a little bit long. In this tightly wound and enthralling story, reminiscent of Agatha Christie's work, Low Blacklock. Was that a correct sentence? I don't know, that just sounded weird to me. Anyways, a journalist who writes for a travel magazine has just been given the assignment of a lifetime: a week on a luxury cruise with only a handful of cabins. The sky is clear, the water's calm, and the veneered select guest jovial as the exclusive cruise ship, the Aurora, begins her voyage in the picturesque North Sea. At first, Lo's stay is nothing but pleasant. Lo's stay is nothing but pleasant. The cabins are plush, the dinner parties are sparkling, and the guests are elegant. But as the week wears on, frigid winds whip the deck, gray skies fall, and Lo witnesses what she can only describe as a dark and terrifying nightmare. A woman being thrown overboard. The problem? All passengers remain accounted for. And so the ship sails on as if nothing has happened, despite Lo's desperate attempts to convey that something or someone has gone terribly wrong. With surprising twists, spine-tingling turns, and setting that proves us uncomfortably claustrophobic as it is eerily beautiful, Ruth Ward offers up another taunt and intense read in The Woman in Cabin 10. One that will leave even the most sure-footed reader relentlessly uneasy long after the last page is turned. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, maybe that was a little bit dramatic, but how could that overview of the book, like, not pull you in? Like, now I want to read it. I want to know, who was the woman thrown overboard? Why was she thrown overboard? Maybe the journalist is fucking crazy and is just seeing things. Maybe she's the one that was thrown overboard and she doesn't realize she's dead. I don't know. This book could go so many ways. That's what I think about. So that book is... Actually, I kind of want to read that book now and then maybe Milk and Honey after that. So that is it for my summer reading list. I will probably make another reading list in the fall time. The fall, autumn, aka pumpkin everything season. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Alright, bye!